playing trombone in school. In a jazz band, to be specific. I do very much enjoy, I did very much enjoy that portion of my life, but I do not play musical instruments anymore. It's you know, you gotta put together time and find a band and stuff. And I didn't go to a college with a band program. I went to DeVry, which was a great experience. If I haven't already shit on DeVry on the show, I will take this time to do so. It at one point was a serious school, and then somewhere along the way they realized, well, what if we just sped all the kids through the process and didn't actually care if they learned anything, and took their money anyway. And that was DeVry. Has it stopped me from achieving things in my outside of college? The answer is no, because I was fortunate in my first job. One of the people who did the interview process went to DeVry, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that it fundamentally changed. So what I mean by that, I guess, in more detail, is they first of all, they switched. Like, during the first semester, like, everything was rock solid. Like, I had no complaints whatsoever. Like, I definitely had a couple professors that checked out, I feel like, because they were often late to class, and, yeah, it's not like they had a whole lot of classes throughout the day, so I can't really, like, it's not like they were swamped with things, at least as far as I can tell. I don't know. But certainly the biggest misfires were after, like, the first semester, they switched over from 16-week classes to 8-week classes, which is not a red flag of itself necessarily if you're doing more class time. But they didn't do more class time. Instead, they focused on what it would be like outside of the classroom, your experience. And so, as part of the grade in all of our classes, we had to participate in discussion forums online, where we'd have we'd be asked a whole bunch of questions and stuff, where we'd have to comment in something very similar to Reddit, which I don't think existed at the time I was in college. So it was basically a Reddit of the teacher would post a question, and then the goal was to trigger discussion. Unfortunately, the teachers themselves did not pose questions that could not be answered in one way. Like, they basically posed, like, what is 2 plus, the equivalent of a question of what is 2 plus 2.
Afraid we need
Now,
to use
if you're the first person to answer one of those kind of questions, then you know, like, then okay, maybe conversation can happen. Maybe there's something interesting that can happen from there. But if there's not, then what are we doing here? Because everybody's just going to copy off the person who submitted their answer first. And it's just like, that's not a discussion. So, not only have you cut down the classroom time, you've also added this meaningless thing here, which, and oftentimes count for about 10% of your grade, to participate in the discussion forum. So, like, they added this thing that we had to do, but was not helpful, and they did that instead of class time. And that, among many reasons, is why, that among many reasons is why I didn't have a great experience at DeVry in terms of taking it seriously. I loved being able to stay home, and be with my dog during college. But other than that, like, I mean, it's just kind of all over the map. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm just gonna return to the map because I want to get all the coins. I'm now on I want all the coins path here. But yeah, just there are also just little things like the MMO class. 'Cause I went for game design, and so, like, there are little things like here and there. Like, one of the classes was learn how to build an MMO, which is like, oh, okay, that could be very cool. And yeah, and that the class never worked, and it basically became a study hall. because the teacher did not know actually how to do it and was building it off a guide, and the guide led him astray, and it ended up not working. So that happened. Also, like, my class starting off, there were like 100 of us, like, went in at the same time, and like all the classes were full. That did not end up that way. I think there were maybe 10 people who graduated with me from that 100. There's like there were constantly dropouts and stuff. Now, granted, they did actually teach us coding stuff, although not as in depth as I feel was helpful, particularly for some of the jobs that I took after college. But I mean, like I said, it's you know, it just, yeah, it has always rubbed me the wrong way. And they didn't really help with job placement after college, like they said. Like, I got one interview from there. It ended up being the job I took, but it took like 10 months after college to get a job. I'm not gonna blame them for that, because that was just a time where it was after the recession. Everybody wanted to hire people with experience, and not people who were new to the job market. But it's like, well, how do you get the experience if they won't hire you? Which is the catch-22 of everything. So I mean, it certainly could have been worse. I could have not graduated, and also spent time in a school where none of the credits could transfer to any other school. But you know, I got a job, and now once you have the job, everybody is just kind of like, well, what can you do? Like, great, you went to this school. Can you actually work? And the answer, I feel like, if you go to an Ivy League school, like, yeah, you went to an Ivy League school, big deal. Can you do the thing you're expected to do? And because that's all companies care about. That they just want to know, can you do the thing? So if you didn't get into an Ivy League school, don't ever be bummed out about it. Just be the most competent person in any given interview process, and you will be fine. Yeah. Although I don't know what the job market is currently for high-skilled individuals. Certainly, if you're low-skilled, you didn't go to college or what have you. Like, there definitely seem to be, like, you definitely have your choice of options between a whole bunch of places at the moment. Because it turns out treating your employees like shit and not paying them a livable wage, apparently people don't want to come back and work for you. Who would have thought that would be the case? So like I see like everybody around here is actually charging like over $15 an hour for minimum wage and stuff, and I think that's cool. I think that's something important, at least around here, because living out here can be expensive. Like there are not a large amount of places you can afford to live on minimum wage, unless you have like a lot of roommates, effectively. Why did that not... that happened the last time, too. Like, I don't know what happened there. I want that coin, though, and that's why I keep doing this frickin' level over and over again. I have no doubt that the coin does not unlock anything of value. I still want it, though. I just want it. I need it. I need to know what it does. Okay, there we go. Now I'm not relying on that thing. It seemed to not explode. That's interesting. Unless I'm just an idiot and could have been overshooting it both times, but it just seemed to despawn effectively. Oh no, no. Okay. Okay. The point of my rant was just fundamentally, don't care so much about the college you go to. Like, I knew what I wanted to do right away, and I can't be dissatisfied with the results of that. I got a job from DeVry, because I wanted to graduate right away, and I graduated in 2.5 years, and yeah, I bought a house at 23. So, like, there's no right or wrong rule for anything. You don't just have to go to an Ivy League school to be happy. So I guess that was just the point of what I was trying to get across there, which was badgered in between me dying a bunch of Mario. So, yeah, welcome to that hour of the programming. Yeah, so once we get through, we probably got a couple more episodes of Mario here, because I think we've got another couple dozen levels here. But we do want your feedback on what we should play next. I want to turn this segment of programming here into good old-fashioned 16-bit games, and I definitely want to get through some of the Donkey Kong games again, because those are good fun. I will probably stick with just the SNES ports of those, because I've heard they've mixed around some of the music and stuff in the and the music is so good. Like, I don't feel it should be remixed. Okay, I'm done. I just wanna get through this here at this point. I just want to get through this. I'm tired of dealing with the musical notes. I'm tired of dealing with their inconsistency. Because as soon as I think they're consistent, they stop being consistent, and then I have to throw down the controller in a fit of rage and wake my dog from her nap. Okay, there we go. Off we go. Failure. Yeah, so we got a couple more levels here for certain. What are the PR ones? That's... Oh, those might be the promotional ones I heard about. I love that they did this, though. I would have passed on this release otherwise if it wasn't for the e-reader levels here. I just would have played Mario All-Stars. But the fact that these exist is just by itself really cool. And I would just love more classic, more classic Mario feel, because yeah, I know that the new Super Mario Brothers stuff exists. Just something about it is just it's missing a beat. Maybe just because they've reused that same engine like 4 times now, but certainly it just feels like there's something missing. Well, that happened. Yep. It just feels like there was something that got lost in translation effectively. They're fundamentally fine. Like the acorn flying squirrel thing is fun and it's cool. But like, I don't know, the freedom of the raccoon suit is a little better, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like it was solving a problem that wasn't there. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I've played through the new all the new Super Mario Brothers games. They're fine. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the fact that I'm not 10 years old anymore, and it's not one of the first games I've seen. And also, these ones exist. But it's just like, everything I've seen here in terms of creativity is way better than anything new Super Mario Brothers, the new Super Mario Brothers games threw at me. So I don't know what that says about the new Super Mario Brothers games, but certainly I'm not a... What's gonna happen here? Is this gonna... Okay, I was hoping it'd fall down. It didn't fall down. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I kind of just want them to do like an old, like, what even is old school? Like, is it just strictly just this style here? Like, there's something just intrinsically different about this. And it's not like they made new Super Mario Brothers the first one for the DS 2 years from this one, which means that at the very least, right after they made all these e-reader levels, they went directly into making New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. So how did they go from this, which has whimsy and is good, to New Super Mario Bros., which has no challenge and no just like it's missing something. I just don't know how they went directly from that to this, and the results just come out so poorly. I just don't get that.
Just what I needed.
Okay, well, I lost it anyway. Up and lost anyway, so there we go. Can't cry over spilled milk. Yeah, like if this was if this was New Super Mario Brothers, it'd be great. It's in the Mario 3 engine, and it's just fun. Maybe it's just something with that engine is flawed. I don't know. Like even the Mario Maker stuff, like even the Mario, like I guess the Mario engines they have there, like it's all the same. It's supposed to be anyway. At least I think it. There's some things that are different, some things that are the same as you remember them. But like I went from Mario Maker to playing the original Mario Brothers, and it's just like, oh, this feels very different. Like but it feels how you remember it as opposed to how it actually was. Like this is just Mario 3, which is nice, and it is a better way to do that. That said, I'm failing at it, but I can still fail at it and have a good time at it.